The middle finger. They think they're doing something right. You go to the grocery stores.
They falling out.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
They're falling out. You have some parents who have the little chains on the kids. Ugh. They ain't no dog. What are you doing with that thing around there? What are you doing? Hooking that to your child.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Like you're training them to walk and everything. Yeah.
Why? I don't like that. That really bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they're not dogs, okay? It's a leash.
It's a leash.
It looks like a leash,
It's a leash.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get to the point where they want to get older
Yeah.
and decide to be feisty with the mouth,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Very.
Can you put the garbage out? No. I'm not doing that. You do it. Oh, excuse me? I beg your pardon.
Always have
There
a
we go.
problem.
Yeah.
Always have problems with doing anything that you ask of them to do. They can't seem to follow rules in your home, but yet they don't think they can follow rules outside your home.
Exactly.
And it doesn't work.
Exactly.
But,
Sneaking out the window.
oh.
Sneaking back in the window.
Put bars
So
on
you
them.
don't know it. Put the pillows in the bed so you don't know that they're going.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
They have become very intelligent, okay? They're not dumb. I'm just.
Right. Right. Doing stuff like, oh, my goodness.
So,
It's like what they say. You start your kid off. You want them to walk and talk. You teach them how to walk. You teach them how to talk. And when they start doing it, you want them to sit down and shut up. But it doesn't go the way it's supposed to all the time.
Okay. Okay. Now, have you had any
Mm,
of those things happening
mm.
along your journey?
I done forgot they were kids a couple times, ready to fight them. I had to sit there and take a couple of woosahs and pray to God, ask him to hold me up for a
Lord,
second.
please.
I forgot what it was. Because you get that little flash that happens in front of you that you don't know what you're supposed to do with it. Yes, you get them. You get them. I got grandkids and
Yes.
and a 10-year-old.
Yes.
That's woo.
Yeah, they telling you what it is.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Who are you? Who do you think you're talking to like that? Oh, I was talking to her. Talking to who? Oh, I wasn't talking to you. They try to clean it up, But you have some kids, like I said, who are very, very angry.
Yeah. Very angry. For no reason.
Yes.
Haven't been here long enough to be angry. Been here 45 minutes. Angry at the world. Just mad. Yeah.
Yes. And you, I know, I've heard of some, like I said a few minutes ago, you have some children who want to take that leap, like a frog, to fight the parents.
And most of that in my surroundings, it has been that the parent forgot that they were the parent.
Oh Lord.
So what it is that they try to be that best friend to their child, and their child don't know that best friend thing is that friends will fight each other every now and then. So the kids don't see that part, but we know.
Right.
You're gonna fight your friend from time to time.
Right, exactly.
So you sitting there trying to be best friends with your child instead of
being
teaching
the
them
parent.
being that parent, right?
Yeah.
100% being that parent. You got to teach them what it is about life first.
Exactly.
Don't be cool with them. Don't be happy about them. Don't be happy about them when they getting those grades.
Yeah.
Be happy about them when they doing something they supposed to. When they take the initiative to do the right for themselves,
Yes.
that's when you're happy about them. But when you
Right.
sit there and the kids say something to you that causes that little twitch in the back of your head, you kind of have to sit there and think about what you say.
Yeah.
And you know that everybody know that grew up when we came up. What you say was going to get you.
Yeah.
So you just got to be a parent to your child. Don't sit there and try to be that best friend.
Right.
All right, y'all have a communication where y'all can talk to each other.
Yeah.
True. But always still be that child. Be that authority figure that they need to see and know.
Exactly.
Because once you give up on trying to be that authority figure, they give up on talking to you.
Exactly.
And then next thing you know, they're telling you what they're going to do instead of asking you what they
Okay.
can do.
That's where
They're not respecting you as the
Yeah.
parent of the home. They're not respecting you as any kind of leadership of any kind of
Exactly.
way.
They don't
But then
care about what you're saying to them.
and then they get up old enough to have a job,
Yeah.
and you gotta still follow the same rules almost as if you was home
Yeah.
on your job.
Exactly.
You got things you have to do, things to get finished, and
Yeah.
things to get it over with. Then you clock out and go home.
Right.
Every day when you go to school, if you're a child,
Yes.
if you have your child going to school, their job is to go to school. Just like your job is to go to work, their job is to go to school. That's their job. When they
Right.
come home, y'all both have something that y'all can talk to at the
Right,
dinner
right,
table.
right.
And then y'all got things that y'all still have to do for the home.
Exactly.
So-
chores.
Yeah.
Such
chores
thing
are
as
definite.
chores, right?
Chores are definite. That's work. That's how
Yeah.
you start learning your leadership.
Yeah,
That's how you
yeah,
start
yeah,
learning
yeah.
how to follow rules and doing what you're
Exactly.
supposed to do. You learn it through chores.
Right, yeah.
You don't learn if you don't learn anything else or at any time else. It is definitely what your family
Yeah.
taught you as chores
Yeah.
in the home.
Exactly.
I had a World War II granddaddy. He made sure. He made sure we knew.
Right.
Doing the
Right.
bed, cleaning.
Right.
I mean, you look at the calendar; it's filled with people names. The kitchen has to be done, so
Yeah.
you know what day it
Who's
is.
dish night tonight?
Yeah. It's
You
always
know,
it
and
starts
that's
off.
what my parents instilled in us as well. Chores. Saturdays were
Oh, my
laundry day.
Saturday was always clean day.
Clean the room, everything from underneath the bed to dusting. Everything. That's how you learn early.
And see, I came up
Yeah.
like I said, it came up in the '70s. It's like we had marble steps. We had to get out there with the Ajax
Right.
every Saturday,
Yeah.
clean down them steps.
Okay.
Everything had to get done.
Yeah.
A lot of kids these days don't know what it is they should be doing,
Exactly.
or that the things that they can do by learning the right ways of doing things.
Right.
Because what they see is, oh my homeboy got this and that and the other, so we can. And the new thing right now, the PlayStation 5, everybody like, I want that PS5. This ain't.
Oh,
what did you do to
Sir,
get that?
You need to earn that.
That's
Yeah.
on an earning basis. You got to earn everything when you
Yeah.
coming up in the home, like in a serious home
Yeah.
where you got Big Mama in the house. Big Mama gonna let you know.
Okay.
You got to do what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
First.
That's right. That's right.
There's nothing in the world that you could do that's more important than what you're supposed to do first.
Right.
And a lot of them don't get that teaching because
Right.
Big Mama is gone now. Big Mama now hanging out at the clubs and stuff now, doing their fun.
She living
But-
her best life.
Right. And so it gets to the point that you don't have that person that's gonna put that foot down. And
Right.
because you got to the point that you got grandparents now that's like, oh, my grandbabies are so wonderful. They're so happy.
They can't do no
And-
wrong.
Right. And then all of a sudden the kids go home and go grab their
Yeah.
her kids go home and grab their grandkids
Right.
and be like, that ain't the same one that
Yeah.
I came up with.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
that woman trying to get into heaven now or something.
Yeah.
Because it's like they all nice to the grandkids. But they remember back in the day when they almost had to fight their own kids.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, my mom sat there and explained to us, and forgive me,
Yeah.
but her words to us was, we're going to be able to do everything. She had 3 boys that we was going to be able to do every single thing a woman could do, except have a monthly cycle and a baby. And I'd be daggone if she didn't. She taught us everything. So it's got to the point that now,
Yeah.
us as men,
Yeah.
only thing we mostly need our women for is to bear our kids
Yes.
and companionship.
Yes.
We can cook, we can clean, we can do our own clothes, we mend our own clothes. We know how to make our own money and pay our own bills.
Yeah.
My mom taught us so well
That's awesome.
that it was like, it's like nothing in the world can, as long as we do the right things all the way through, there's nothing in the world can stop us from doing anything we want to do.
Yeah.
So it's one of those situations where a lot of parents are not teaching that anymore.
Exactly. And these children. Well, this is something that this is not new. That's been going on. This has been going on for many, many years. Okay.
Yes.
Whether child gets disruptive, with their parent talking back, hitting them, want to box, actually, like the parent, wanting to actually fight them to where it's getting really aggressive. You know, it's really, really a bad thing. You know, and like I said, this been going. It's nothing new about this. You know, they have the they have the nerve to. You know, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. When you asking them, you're like, on your way, can you do this for me? No, you do it. You do it.
We woke up 2 days later. We don't woke up.
Your head would be knocked off. Cause my parents didn't play that talking back stuff. You know, your mouth will be like pop that fast. Okay. Now call 911. Then okay. But
back then, that's what I was just sitting there thinking. Back then, there wasn't no calling 911.
911 what?
You called the police back then. They were like, "What'd you do?" Just like we did.
Oh, I would have punished them too. You know, that's what they would say. You know.
Yeah. And it's like, this is the thing that since society and the government put out there, where if a child is being abused, which is a bad thing if you are abusing, but if you're disciplining your child for the purpose of them to understand something of a right, it is understandable of a certain kind of discipline.
Right.
When we was coming up, discipline was strong.
Yeah, it was.
Extremely strong. Now you got the kids out here, society's allowing them to go to the doctors without the parents. They're allowing them to call 911 on the parents, and they at a young age.
Yes.
They're not even grown yet, but
You're
they're
not even
making their
18,
own decisions to do things, and they still in school.
Yeah.
That's not cool, because what end up happening is when they out there on that street, all the rules that your family taught you and everything they got you in the right position is gone.
Yeah.
And you're out there trying to fight to learn how to survive.
Exactly.
And it's not even a situation where they actually know what they are doing. They're just telling you what they're going to do.
Right.
And then they get out there and they can't make it.
Right.
What do you do then? Do you let that kid come back in after they disrespect you all that time? Or do you find that kid help and allow them to go on about their merry way? But we folks have a tendency of allowing the kids to come back home, and they continue to disrespect.
Do the same thing all over
and
again.
then you're fighting them again.
You're afraid to get them out. You're so afraid of these children that you can't even put them out. Why? I brought you in this world.
Yeah, heard that one.
That's what parents say, right? I brought you in this world. I'm going to take you out of here.
Heard that one.
I'm not going to be afraid of my kid to where I'm afraid to say anything in front of you. I'm afraid to say anything to you to where I'm afraid that you're going to hit me.
Right.
No, that's not the way things go. That's somewhere else. I don't know. But over here, no.
There was a situation one time that I heard of where a young lady, her mom and her was, partying all the time. They was cool with each other, but the girl was young. She was underage. And one day her mom decided to get at her and tell her, no, get out my face, whatever else. And they got into a nice heated conversation. And the young lady supposedly had got punished or something. The middle of the night, the mother heard the child creak in her room with her knife in her hand, like to try to get at her for doing the stuff that she did to her. Now that's where that problem come in of your mother, your parent, and you can't be your child's friend. You cannot be your child's friend. You got to teach them what it is. You got to let them know, now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take this from you, or I'm going to discipline you or punish you in a certain way because you stepped out of the line. This is how it was. Talk to them. If you get to the point that you talk to them and they understand it, it works.
Yes, it does.
If you get to the point that you're talking to them and it don't go nowhere, you might want to keep your eye open for a second and watch out.
Waste of
watch out.
time, right?
Goes in one ear, not the other.
So the question is, do you know of someone who's going through that right now?
Yeah.
Are you going through that right now? Out of hand children. Out of hand children. It's bad, even with this pandemic, right? It's It's every day that we have these things going on, you know, and you have the kids to where they want to act out in front of their friends. Their friends will be there and they'll talk to their parents any kind of way, you know, and it's really crazy. And it's really weird, you know, but yeah. So, those are the best things that, I believe that we need to handle that. The kids being disruptive, to where, it's not okay for you to disrespect your parent.
Right.
It's not okay.
Right.
Right. Because the words come out. Y'all know I don't really cuss on my shows. But they become badass kids.
Right. It's a lot of them.
They become badass kids. They're acting out in the stores. Like I said, they're going to the stores. They're acting a fool. And they don't get something. Oh, Lord. The roof don't came down on them. Because they didn't have what they wanted.
Right.
Screaming and yelling. And people are in the lines looking at this. Like, should I buy the... No. Some people be nice. They'll like, let me pay for it. Mm-hmm. They want it. No, you mind your business. You stay over there. No, they don't need this. I'm running this over here. You hand it out over there. They try to do that and try to get into your business.
And mind you, folks, it's not only a black thing now.
No, it's not.
We done seen the little Caucasian kids. Out my face, Mom. Ready to go at them.
I'm a bomb.
So you gonna want to? That's the same. That's the same situation. That's the same situation.
You be like, what in the world?
I told you I want my skateboard now. All of that.
This little devil. This little devil.
It's the same thing. We just, don't let it get that far. But a lot of them do.
Oh, God. They get out of hand. And it's really ridiculous. Mind your business. You're like, what? I'm your mother. Mind my business. Isn't that something? Like I said, they start from a baby. You're loving them. You're hugging them and squeezing them. Oh, baby, I love you. Ooh.
You invading my privacy. What privacy do you have when you live in my house?
Look, and guess what they do? Put a lock on their bedroom door where you don't even know about it. You got to knock on their bedroom door. Something that you the one paying the mortgage.
Right.
You the one paying the rent. You got to knock on the door for it. I don't understand.
You live in my house and I'm invading your privacy. Did you pay a bill?
What bill did you pay?
You're leasing that room with your life.
Yeah.
You don't own nothing.
But this is what happens too. They have all this here, and then look, and then a couple of days. Can you help me pay my phone bill? Wait a minute. What happened?
Right.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Right.
What happened within this time? You know what I mean?
Right.
Now you need your phone bill paid. Now you're gonna have respect. You want me to take the garbage out? You want me to do the dishes? Yada yada yada.
Still on the bargain basis. You gotta ask that.
What
you gotta
is
ask
going on?
What is it that you need?
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I was told a situation one time where a little young lady sat there and explained to me, I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just waiting on you to get out of my room. I looked around and said, oh, that was nice. Because, anybody who say, I don't mean no disrespect. A lot of times mean it.
Get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, you're going to go back here. Go here. Oh. You're going to go here. Hello, welcome to Let It Out. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Alicia.
I'm doing good.
How are you?
Fine. Just like on this topic, it's cool that you guys have this topic today because I actually have one of my granddaughters that's coming to stay with me for a little while. My mom's not feeling well, so the other grandma has her, but it's the oldest daughter that needs to come over to me. And she's like, oh, well, she does so much better with you, and she just doesn't seem to listen to me, and she doesn't do what I tell her to do. And I'm like, oh, somebody to put their head. And so we're on video chat. And I said, well, I remembered I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so she couldn't come this morning like she was supposed to. She couldn't come yesterday like she was supposed to.
Right.
And she's standing on video chat with her face all broke down and all angry. I said, no. Fix that right now. You want to fix that right now.
Right.
What your problem is.
Oh,
No,
my
we're not
gosh.
having that.
I know that's right. Yeah, these kids today, they test us.
Right.
They test us to see if they can get away with things,
Yeah, and it's like, no, we don't have that.
Yeah.
And her grandmother's talking to her, and I'm talking to her, and I said, well, hold on a second, because I might not be able to see that well, but I can hear damn well, and I haven't heard a yes ma'am or no ma'am or nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you, little girl?
Right.
Yeah. Or what? What's that? I don't know what that word means.
I know that's right. The word.
Yes, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's correction starts at the start.
Exactly.
And like you said, this is an 8-year-old child.
Right.
There should not be any, she doesn't listen to you.
Right.
That's what you have a hand, and that's what she has a back of a head for.
Okay.
Because one thing my granny know about me is grandma's only going to count to 2. And by the time 3 comes, you better be looking for a blind specter, because somebody's getting it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a discipline.
I have come to find that is the best tool in anything else.
Yes, and I agree.
Use it like a ninja.
Okay. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
You gotta do it.
Yes.
That's what I always said it. It started with our generation, because our generation having kids at a young age.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
My first was at 14.
Okay.
And like I taught my niece, I had 3 boys, and I told my nieces all the time, I'm a rarity.
Right.
Because at 19, I had 3 kids, but all of them had the same father. We had our own place. He was working, and we were together.
Right.
I'm like, you're not going to find that all the time.
You're not.
And it's like, when people in our generation, they kept saying, oh, I'm not going to treat my kids how my parents treated me and beat me all the time, be my child's friend.
Oh, I heard that.
That's when it started going downhill.
Yeah.
And now you're treating your child like your friend.
Yeah.
And your child going off thinking everything hunky-dory. They done came in at 14 themselves and got a baby. You sitting up there going, oh, my baby. Now you keeping the baby. She's still going out fuck.
Right.
Where the difference was when we had ours, like, fuck where?
Yeah.
Sleep over where? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Your life has changed. That's it.
Okay.
Right.
This day.
Yes.
That's it. Well, you did.
Mm-hmm. That's so true.
And it's like, that's what, and it just went down here from there. And they don't cook. They don't teach them to cook. They don't teach them to clean.
No, they don't.
You know, they sitting around with 4 or 5 babies, and then they teaching the oldest
Yes.
to look after the youngest.
Yes.
And then when they start acting out, oh, I don't know, what this problem is, or they not going to sit up here. They sitting up here telling them what to do. Of course they tell them what to do, because you letting them run your house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you let them run the house, and they playing the adult, and the only thing you saying is, get out my face. Another thing is that they start them off young with telling 2- and 3-year-olds, tell them to shut up.
That's not nice.
Cute,
It's not.
funny.
It's not. It's nothing funny about it at all. Yeah.
And they never have a problem with it until they get in the middle of the store.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, when they get embarrassed, then there's a problem.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that was just my little 2 cents.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you so much.
Much love to y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You too. You guys, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Let It Out. The topic tonight is out of hand children, bad ass kids.
That's-
Man,
What do you do?
what do you do?
about it?
You know, and sometimes I've heard of some parents putting the kids in timeout. Timeout? No,
Mm.
that don't work. Only for some people. You know,
Mhm.
only for some people. Some people, you know, they let them just be in there all day to learn something. But them standing in there
Right.
in that corner all day, nothing to drink, nothing to eat,
Right.
can't use the bathroom. That's your punishment. Why?
That's
It's not.
even
It's not teaching them.
right. That's not teaching them why
It's
they're doing
not.
what they're doing. It's not
Exactly.
teaching them what
You're not teaching them what they
Right.
really need to be learning. You know, and and also, Brenda stated, they don't understand privacy either.
Right. Right. They don't understand privacy until they
Get their own
privacy
place.
until they get their own place.
Yeah, yeah.
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got the only way a child is really gonna have privacy is to have their own place.
Right.
Now, if you allowing this child to keep coming back and forth in the house, they're never gonna have their own place to
Yeah.
understand that
Yeah.
that rule.
Right.
But-
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Kevin stated that he has a 4-year-old,
yeah.
and she's
And
she's
she can
about
be
out of
wild,
control.
But she
4.
yeah,
4.
yeah. It starts on because they
My
take
God.
they take it a head start. And they start fussing at the teachers and stuff.
Telling them what to do.
Right.
Like they're afraid of the teacher. I mean, the teacher's afraid of the
Yeah.
student.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You got some kids get
My
out of control
God,
once they get out
yes.
that house. They
my
mimic what they see at
God.
home. They take it straight onto like their Head Start program.
Yeah.
And then the teachers can't do nothing about it, so nobody knows what to do.
It's too late. It's too late for you to correct it because it's already got out of hand already.
Mhm.
Right? Oh my gosh. What did Lisa stated?
Whatever happened to doing lines? Doing lines, hold up.
Doing lines and what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's to show, to have them, to get at them about what they're doing wrong.
Wrong.
You gotta set it straight from the beginning.
Exactly.
You just gotta set it straight from the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
If you start teaching the kids at a very young age,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost like you still train them to walk and talk.
Yeah.
Once you get them to a point where they walking and talking, now you gotta teach them how to correctly and
Yeah,
respectfully
exactly.
talk.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have a lot of these kids like our grandson was wonderful when he was a little tiny boy.
Right.
He really was. But then he got older. And then things just started going off. I'm like, all right, look, what happened? We had him in our wedding and everything, and he was just a wonderful little boy. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. When he start growing hairs, I mean, it's like he got a beard and chest or something. I mean, he's a man now.
Right.
Now he got things to say. We're like, whoa, hold up. You didn't have to.
Right.
But
right.
that's what they do, you know?
Yeah. So you guys, we're going to take a little break real quick here. We're going to go to the video of the night. Phila Crupter, Money Killed Everyone. We'll be back in a moment.
Movie.
Wild House, Smash, bro. Alpha, we don't want it, we don't need it. Got us dying for our freedom. People starving, they won't feed them. Got us dying for our freedom. We don't want it, we don't need it. Got us fighting for our freedom. People starving, they won't feed them. Got us dying for our freedom. We don't want it, we don't need it. Got us fighting for our freedom.
Money kill everyone.
presidents, scientists, musicians, civil rights leaders, priests, children. Money killed everyone. Money funds wars and weapons, viruses and disease. Money pays for the manipulation of you and me. But money doesn't pay for those that's in need because the ones that run money are too bombarded with greed. Money kills people every day because you know there's no money in a cure, or so they say. Especially if you're a minority or, God forbid, you're poor. Laws are even different depending on your credit score. Money killed my grandmother, let her rot and decay. Cause see, with a cure to cancer, they can't make money that way. Money kills people with HIV. Some people were infected intentionally. Do your own homework. Be a detective for yourself. And you'll find that these man-made disasters were consciously dealt. And then you rethink any government help. Money makes women judge character from man-made wealth, while men do things always looking for false self and wealth. Man-made illusions. No wonder our generation is full of drug users, or even drug sellers. Misrepresentation. See, all they're doing is selling you self-mutilation. See, money isn't a friend of mine, cause all money does is conquer and divide. So the next time you hear someone boasting about their five, man, know that this is one of the most insecure persons alive. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting things for yourself, but the best yet hardest task is knowing your loving self. Think about these words the next time you're dreaming of wealth. And then think to yourself, why do you want these things in spite of something else? What lies behind you wanting things that carry no weight or substance? Maybe that's why you get up early to go to a job you never wanted. Money.
For the video by Phila Cypher. Amazing video, amazing video. Topic for tonight.
Children.
Out of hand children.
Bad children.
Bad children. Bad. Now, like I stated earlier about the children becoming abusive to the parent, fighting them, like literally fist fighting. That's going too far. That means you don't have the respect.
Right.
And the love for your parent.
From the beginning, when you instantly when you put up your hands towards your parents.
Yeah.
So the respect was already gone.
Exactly.
Like I said, I've witnessed situations where the mother and the child was fighting like dudes on the street. I mean, like they was really getting it in with each other. And the police didn't know what to do. He got there, didn't know what to do. He couldn't say that the mother was abusing when the child was fighting her, and they didn't know what to do.
Right.
So it got to the point that it was like, I don't think the police took anybody in. It just got to, they just had to work it out. Wow. But they stopped fighting, and it was strong. It was a strong situation, but I mean, usually assault is assault, and you can get locked up for assault.
Exactly.
But in this case, he didn't know what to do about it. He said, what was she doing wrong, or what had happened? And when the story came out, it was like both of them fighting each other. Both of them. It was just like,
Yeah, but it's like, what do you do when they come at you like that? Are you ducking? You got to plug back.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to stand there and let you just hit me. That ain't happening. Oh, we going to go toe to toe then. I'm going to knock you. I forgot what comedy guy said this. He said, I'm going to knock you in between that dryer, that washer and dryer.
Right.
I'm going to knock you in between that washer and dryer.
Right.
And then hug you later.
Right.
You know, but I really don't like that, to where the child thinks they're supposed to come at the parent, whether they were wrong or not, to want to physically fight them, and that your anger is so bad to where you want to hurt, the one who brought you in the world. Like,
I've seen a situation where a gentleman, he was talking with his son. They got into an argument. The son wanted to be tough. He wanted to come out at him. Then all of a sudden, the father, instead of swinging on him, instead of doing anything to him, he ducked his 2 punches, bear hugged him, took him down to the floor and talked to him. Kept talking to him until his son calmed down enough to let him go. Yeah, he had to let him know, I did all the stuff for you so you don't have to do the things that I did.
Right.
And he didn't understand that. He was just wanting, I want to be this, I want to do that. Then you got these kids who's constantly being taught how to be in the street before they're taught how to be a good working man.
Exactly.
And the parents don't know how to curve that narrative. You have some parents where, all right, my daddy was hustling, so you gonna hustle too. No,
that's not the way it's supposed to do.
No,
You're supposed to be
teach their child to not be there.
Yeah, and also, some children have anger issues.
Yes.
They have anger issues to where they're so angry, like, "Arr!" You're like, wait a minute, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I just told you to go do something, and you're acting out like this. This is unacceptable.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's not the Huxtables, but
right.
It's supposed to be where you have that respect and listening to what your parent is telling you to do.
Right.
When they ask you to take the dishes out, when they tell you to take the trash out, take it out. The dishes, do it. Clean your bathroom, clean your bedroom. You know what to do.
Exactly.
Every weekend. That's what you're doing.
As you teach them, you're teaching them to survive.
Yes.
Always think and always know that every time you teach your child, you're teaching them to survive. Right. You're not teaching them just telling them just because it's regular chores.
Exactly. You're telling them for a reason.
You're telling them that for survival. Because when you get out there and you cannot make it because you're going to call home, Ma, Can you do this? Can you wash that? Can you do what you used to do? Can you make this? Can you cook that? Eventually, sorry to say it, moms go. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Big mama gone, mom's gone.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
You have to learn these things and be responsible.
Yeah.
And
so good home training is always a must.
And also, you're not, on the parent side, we're not yelling at you to just yell at you. We're yelling at you to get you to understand, look, you're going to do this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, got another caller.
Welcome to Let It Out.
Yes, I guess I have to wait to be when she's ready for someone to speak or not.
Go ahead. You're fine.
Pardon me?
You can go ahead and speak. I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, this must have been pre-recorded or something.
No, this is we're talking to you right now about bad children.
Right. Okay, let it out. Somebody else is talking.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's me. Oh my God.
You know what?
Okay. I'm sorry.
You have to turn down your radio.
Look, I really think it's sad.
Turn your volume down.
Right. Now, I was just gonna say that I have 7 grand boys. Okay.
Woo!
And
Turn your volume down, huh?
You gotta turn your volume down on the show.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm just making a mess. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I was going to say, I have 7 grandsons, okay?
Okay.
And they are something I'm here to tell you. I have two. They're twins. They're 17, and they do have, like ADHD, so they do take medication.
Mhm.
However, they do have a lot of mood swings.
Yeah.
But my daughter passed, okay, and
Okay.
she left behind 5 of them. So, the family, we're taking care of them, the best we can. But I was listening to you, and I think it's the times. The times are so different.
Yeah. 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 And you're right.
I don't know. I don't know if it's between the air and the food and, like
Honey,
you said,
the
parents,
water.
The parents, grandparents, they're not like they used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, everybody just doing their thing. Like I just heard, the guy say earlier, about, how the grandmothers want to club, they want to get high, and I've even known parents, to pass the blunt.
Yeah.
They getting high together. They just do whatever they want when they get ready.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why they jump up in their face. They don't have any respect.
Right. Exactly.
They think they're on the same level.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just sad. It's going to take truthfully a lot of prayer.
It is, and you're right about that. We just gotta take it one day at a time and try to handle it the best way we can, because these kids are a mess. They really are.
Right.
They really, really are. And young adults who think they're grown before their time. No. No. That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, something has to be done, and I don't know what, because I saw this little boy, I don't know if you saw it on Dr. Bill, but Lord, that little boy he was horrible. His mother said, well, I'm scared to tell him no because he'll stab me or
What?
he'll hurt me. I'm like, oh, no, ma'am.
Can't be afraid
Oh
of your
Lord,
own.
I'm telling you, my
Yeah,
Lord,
your own
honey, that's really dangerous right there, and that's really serious. That's nothing to take lightly. You know what I mean? She should have been got help instead of going to there. She should have been got help before going to that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, my God.
Exactly.
Oh,
Because he couldn't live in my house,
there's no way.
There again, like the guy said, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name, sir. What is your name?
Tobocious?
Moses, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, they couldn't live in my house. I'm
Right,
sorry.
right.
Now, you have to go. You threatened me, and I have to watch my back all the time. See you, bye-bye.
That's not the life. That is not the life I want to live. I'm sorry, and I'm not going to.
Just can't be afraid in your own home. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's.
got to do what you're supposed to do for your own home. The
Right.
rules you want in your home, you got to set those rules and hold on to them. Don't break them for anything.
Exactly.
You said 7
Right.
grandboys.
Right.
That's some work.
Ooh. So how old is your oldest grandson?
20, hit the 25.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty laid back. He's working for federal, FedEx. He's driving a truck. He's doing pretty well. He holds it down, has his own place, his own car. But he kind of goes through his mood swings too now, because I be feeling bad for his girlfriends, because he can be crazy with the women.
Right.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he at that age. Yeah.
Yeah, they're at that age.
That's that age where you like, all right, you don't have to come home.
Yeah.
With that.
Leave that over there. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, but the rest of them, how are they doing? Your other grandsons?
Well, I have one grandson under him. I don't know, he just swears he's going to be a rap star, so that's just it. He's going to be a dancer and a rap star. He's going to make it rich, and that's about it,
Okay.
Not really one to think that he should be really working, to earn a living and that type of thing. And then after him comes the twins, and then the baby boy, he's trying. I really think there's a lot of potential with him. He's 11, so I think, my daughter has him, so she's been, really instilling a whole lot of, good morals and principles, in him. So hopefully he will come out much better,
Okay.
So,
Well, we appreciate you calling in this evening, and stay tuned and listen in to the rest of the show.
oh yes, most definitely.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Talk to
You're
you soon.
welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You guys, did you hear that? 7.
7 grandkids.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. That's a lot. Different attitudes, different. Yeah. It's a lot. She has her hands full. Yeah.
And Brenda put up, I remember being told when grown folks are socializing, stay out of their face and conversation.
That was my words, girl.
Which was true.
And that's you're supposed to be in another room.
Complete other room or outside playing, as
Bye.
they say.
Bye. Go, look, grown folk
Get
talking.
outside.
Bye.
Play.
Go play.
Mind your business.
Go in a room somewhere. But no, you're gonna get slapped. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they had the little gatherings, you were not allowed to be in there with the grown
Right.
folk. Period.
And it used to be a time where where the grown folks would go into another room where they would get to drinking and have a good time, and the kids had to stay away from even that.
Yeah.
Even if they're not just, having like a regular
yeah.
crazy conversation, just drinking alone
drinking.
to get out the room.
Yeah.
They used to do that. Like
Yeah.
this is back in the day, but now it's like, you want some? After
No, that is not.
let's give them something so you can go to sleep. Let's just
That is not the way it's supposed to be. You're
Just
not
give 'em a-
supposed to. Yeah.
just give them a sip so they can go to sleep. We be all right after
Take a little
that.
bit of this. Take some of this honey real quick. No,
Uncle get him, slide you something on the
it's okay. He ain't gonna hurt him. Put a little hair on his chest.
shoot, boy. Actually, get your daddy to drink. Here you go. Take the.
No, that is not. That is not where we're
Now the
supposed
kids
to be.
don't know where to go, what to do about it. Like, all right, so I'm going to Oak House.
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna let me do what I want to do, and that's not what we want.
Right.
That's
So
not
you
what
have,
we
but you
want.
also have this thing, and I've heard young ladies say this a lot, which is, I didn't have no help. I raised my child myself. I did this. I did that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, didn't you have a babysitter? That's help. Then you have somebody to watch them for at least a minute while you go to work. That's help.
Yes.
If you anything that comes in your child's atmosphere, wherever you had to sit them at,
Yeah.
that is actually how they're learning.
Right.
They watching habits from everybody
Everybody.
and they sponging it in.
Yeah.
So every time that you say, "Oh, I ain't never had no help. Can you watch my child until I get off work?" That is help. Even if you never relied on social services or anything of any kind, when
Right.
you left that child to be babysat for a minute, that is help. So you're
Exactly.
getting help regardless of what. But then that
Exactly.
kid is picking up that same atmosphere of where you
Exactly.
leave them. So you got to be very careful
Yes.
where you leave your child and who's
Exactly.
babysitting and watching the child. If
Yes.
that child come back,
Yeah,
you're
he's
gonna
gonna be
wonder
a
why
different
this child.
kid.
You're
Like,
gonna
wait
wonder
a
why
minute.
this child have an attitude
Yeah.
that you got to go to work.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like because
Yeah.
they don't want to go to that person's house no more or whatever.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it happens, and you got to be very careful with all of that.
I'm telling you, and and also too, when the adults are talking sometimes, and you'll hear the child say sometimes, "Yeah, I know," because you're like, "Wait a minute,
Right.
you have nothing to do with this conversation.
Right.
Where did you hear?" They'll come in and say the rest of the sentence that they heard earlier. Yeah, because I
Right.
heard such and such say this. That's why it's not good
Right.
to have deep conversations
Around the children,
around kids,
right?
because they're going to repeat everything, and that's how they become very aggressive with their mouth, because they're going to say stuff that they're not supposed to be saying. You're like, what did you
Right.
I know that it yes, that's what they just said. Yeah, you heard it.
If you don't want your child to grow up with a lot of animosity,
Yeah,
anger of anything,
yeah.
you have an argument with your spouse.
Yeah.
Take it to another room. Take it away from where they can
Anything.
get, because they grow up and they see who won, and they carry it as that
Yeah.
person that won.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta be able to have this kind of conversations alone,
Exactly.
completely alone.
Exactly.
But the kids will still sponge up every single thing that you say. You can say a part of a situation, and the kid will pick it up, and in their minds, they're gonna interpret it different.
Yeah.
and they're gonna take that,
And run
and
with
later
it.
on you're gonna have a problem. So you gotta be careful with what you feed a child. You're
Exactly.
constantly feeding them
Yes.
as they grow up. If they don't know how to do certain things, like you have kids who take on a grown responsibility, but at
Yeah.
the same time, they're not old enough
Right.
to understand the responsibility at all.
Right, right,
So it's it gets hard.
right.
It gets hard in there where you don't know what you need to teach your child. At the same time, you still need all children still need to be taught that respect.
Exactly.
How to respect elders. My mom right now, love her dearly. She's in her 70s. If she came here right now and talked to you,
Yeah.
she'll go yes ma'am and no ma'am to you. Out of out of
Beautiful.
our home
That's
training
beautiful. That's
of the
beautiful.
way we grew up. My mom taught us yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, and no sir. We do it.
Right.
We do it because that's what it is.
Now, you guys, we're going to leave this show with that.
Yes,
And
yes.
think about that. Okay? I appreciate every one of you who tuned in this evening. It was a very wonderful topic.
Yeah.
And we're going to have more of that coming up next week. And I want you to tune in to part 3 of domestic violence, because it's not enough of that. We can't get enough. We can't speak about it enough. We need
Right.
to get it down and that dirty. And I'm going to do it. That's why it's called Let It Out. Because
Yes.
you know, I want to be all up in your business. So with that, continue to stay safe. And I will talk to you guys later.
That's
Bye-bye.
I'm up against the fight of my life. I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me to let it out. I refuse to run and hide. I must let it out. I refuse to run and hide.